All right, Haley, let's take a look at your paper MLA format first. We are missing the last name page number up here. This is not in Times New Roman font. You're missing a space here, and then the 4 should go at the front. So it'll be 4 February 2017. You got a space issue here. The Dictator of Your Life. I actually kind of like that title. I don't know if it really fits the tone of your whole essay, but I like it as a title. I think it's neat. So kudos to you. All right. So outstanding former American basketball coach, no comma, Bobby Knight once said, blah, 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 blah. So you don't need a comma here since you got the period here. This is not the citation that goes in there. The citation that goes in here is this. So that's what would go in your in-text citation. By the way, as long as we're down here, all of this needs to move over. It's tabbed wrong. So it should all start somewhere right around here. All right, so as we go through your introduction, life is a challenge. People live their daily lives with a certain outlook or mindset. No, you got a space issue here. Behavior and determination, so that's fine. To achieve the ultimate goal of winning at life, though, you should follow these simple tasks. So this should be a colon. You're setting up a list here. Set up specific goals, form a winning habit, and continue to expand on your education, take responsibility for your actions. Period. This is a run-on sentence. Combine these steps to prepare you for a more successful lifestyle. I really like your thesis statement. I think it works well. So good job on that. So keep working on cleaning up some of this other stuff here in the introduction, though. All right, Haley. So love the shout out to me. Pretty sweet. To get where they are today, not in today. So to be successful in life, it's important to set goals for yourself. You got a lot of problems, Haley. We got a lot of problems with punctuation and little things that we need to fix. And one of them is too many spaces. There are several times where there's too many spaces or not enough space. That really is kind of messing with your paper here. So you have too many spaces here. Is to set goals for yourself. But again, you got to be more specific on that topic sentence as far as what it's going to do for you. So here's a good sentence. We're going to look at a couple here. A key step is to apply goals in every category of your life, comma, whether it is financially, no comma, or something in your career. So think about the natural pauses in the sentence and where they might be. One should use the SMART method, which you go at, say what it is after this. You have space issues here. You have a space issue here. Watch what happens. Okay. And I'll fix that one for you. You're welcome. Space issue there. Now, because you're going on to talk about this and you quote it here at the bottom, I actually wouldn't cite it here. I would just wait to the end. Now, you go through and talk about what all of these things are. I don't know if it's necessary that you do that. If you do that, of course, if you cut all of this out, then keep this here. But if you don't cut it out, move it down. But you never really talk about any of these things in your paper. You don't talk about specific, measurable, achievable, results focused, time bound, attributes in here. Because as soon as you get done is you start to talk about your 5-year plan and what that looks like. So I guess that in a way is it, but I don't know if you've really connected that. Time bound should, make it, the time bound one definitely connects to it, but I don't know if anything else really connects to it. And as you go through these things, it doesn't work the way that you have to have the word and then a comma. Your goal should specifically illustrate what you are going to try and achieve. It should be reasonable to achieve this goal in the time frame you've established. So I would just include it as part of your, explaining, SMART goals. Specifically illustrate what you're going to try to achieve, and it should be achievable in a reasonable amount of time. Although measurable really means that I can show you data that it's been achieved. So I'm not sure if that really makes sense. Here's a run-on sentence. Achievable. Your goal should be achievable. Here's a new sentence. You should feel challenged by the goals you have set up for yourself, but not like your goal is unreachable. results. Your goal should measure your conclusions, not your actions, which kind of makes sense, but not really it kind of diminishes the whole action part. Lastly, time-bound note, goals should be connected to a time frame that makes a constructive sense of necessity. So again, when you go back to your Works Cited page, that's not how the in-text citation will look. It's going to look like this. So that's going to go in your in-text citation at the top here. All right, way too many space issues. 1, 2, 3. The first thing you should do is establish your 5-year plan, putting these steps into play. When it comes to your so here's a run-on sentence. When it comes to your 5-year plan, you should think of I'm not sure why there's a comma here, no comma here, bigger picture, still a run-on sentence. This should be something along the lines of what you want to do in your life within the next 5-year time frame. Ask yourself the following question, where do you see yourself in 5 years? You got space issues here. After you've established a 5-year plan, comma, no comma here. Remember, only comma conjunction. We have 2 complete sentences. This is a run-on sentence. This should be a period. For example, comma. Smaller goals. I would probably use a colon here. 6 month, 1 month, 6 month, or even, how would you word this? 6 month, 1 month, or even as small as a week goal can help you towards your bigger picture, something like that. Remember, numbers 11 and under you spell out, so make sure you do that. Silly things like this, Haley, just go back and reread the sentence. Just as the role of establishing, so too many spaces, just as the role of establishing goals in your life, comma, you don't really finish this thought. Expanding on your education can also guide you towards being the champion of your present, no period at the end. Silly mistakes, Haley, that we can fix pretty easily. You can fix pretty easily if you just take a second to reread it. All right, after having that huge paragraph on setting goals, look at how small your next paragraph is. So, never stop educating yourself and taking in new knowledge from outside sources. Good. Why? That would complete your topic sentence. It is critical to keep expanding on your knowledge to stay educated. Well, that's kind of what education does, hopefully. Expanding your mind will create various new opportunities in your life. It'll make you seem more professional and intelligent. You just told me that it would make me more intelligent. So you may want to change that. Changing job opportunities can come from being a good educated person. Can we just eliminate good there? Knowledge expands every day, so that it is important that your mind does too. So you need a comma at the end of there. Comma right here. It is important is kind of weak. Here's what's missing from this paragraph. Give me specific concepts. Give me a specific, by going to study law at Michigan State University, you'll be able to do this. By getting educated on proper farming techniques at, Michigan State, you'll be able to, I don't know, give me some specific examples, something that draws me in, something that's got an outside source to back up what you're trying to say. Anything with this paragraph, it's way too short, very vague. I know I shouldn't say very, sorry, it's vague. You have good transitions at least, so that's good. So we can start talking about having a positive mindset, but you need more than just that. All right, so Haley, let's talk about having a positive mindset. Will change your perspective on day-to-day tasks, it's got to be plural, and see them more as challenges. It's critical to think as a winner, to be a winner in life. So this should be you're asking a question, right? So this should be a question mark. Is the first steps in the right direction? Is the first step in the right direction? So no capitalization there. I like this line though. Happiness and positivity, the simplest way is to reject stress from controlling your life. I like that. Too many spaces. Stress and depression will create a lot of additional health problems. No space. A good example of this comes from a frequently heard quote. No space. This needs to be a period. Into your life. You even know this is a new sentence because you capitalized the I, but you didn't put a period here. This feels like maybe some outside source. I don't know. Do you need to cite this? You should control your negative thinking, start seeing. So Haley, just figure out where your natural pauses are. I think you're just trying to rush through this maybe. Think of where your natural pauses are and start figuring out how to punctuate it correctly. You should control your negative thinking, period. Start seeing the glass half full, wrong weather, wrong then, rather than half empty. This is a new concept. Try to picture the best outcome rather than what could go wrong. Here's a new concept, so here's a comma splice. Don't blame yourself for things you don't have control of, and take responsibility for things in your life, okay? Just think of where that natural pause is. All right, so you need to start with your thesis statement restated. With all the fight in the world, you can't win at life without cutting out the bad and making room for the good. I like that. That's not really your thesis statement, but this is more of your thesis statement. Anyways, each one of your main points gets a sentence of summary. You try to do it all in one sentence, which means your conclusion is only 3 sentences long. You should never have a paragraph that short. So thesis, restate all your main points, end on a clincher, which you need to still do. Watch out for too many spaces, etc. Already talked about moving these over. Otherwise, these are okay. Everything you have here is fine. All right, Haley, we got some work to do, and hopefully we'll see a rewrite from you.